Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. Thank you for joining me for this pick a card reading. So for the messages, or the theme is messages from the universe, and for pile number 1 we have the clear quartz as well as the card of growth. For pile number 2 we have the Labradorite as well as the card of intuition, and for pile number 3 we have the Prasiolite as well as the card of goddess. So go with whichever you feel most drawn to, and if that's more than one, trust that. Use your discernment when it comes to what messages are for you and not for you. And I'll see you at your piles. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for this reading. So if you chose the clear quartz as well as the card of growth, then you're at the right place. So impressions off of just that energy, it sort of feels like something is like ramping up, something that you've been preparing for, and it's like, okay, now it's like the steps are being taken, or the intention is being made, or some sort of plan is being laid out towards something. Now, another thing that I wanted to say is that I'm going to start off with these random, like from previous pick a pile cards, whatever. I should just call this the random deck. Okay, I'm going to use the random deck. And I just want to sort of get energies. You're going to know if this resonates with you or not. So it's just sort of like an energy check-in. Let's go ahead and get a few. Oh, no. Messages for energies around, in and around pile 1's energy. We have guilt, we have energy balance on point, and we have past heartache. So I'm sort of getting this one as in the reverse. Like there's something that's keeping your energy imbalanced. Blockages. Dishonesty. That's going to go with the guilt also. It's so funny that they came out like... okay, so releasing karmic connections. All right, pile number 1 with growth. Like I said, this feels very full energy. Now I will pull some oracles and stuff, but first I wanted to start off with energy check-in. So if these, okay, feeling, if you're going to know if this is your pile or not, if this is energies that you've been experiencing. If not, then I suggest you try another pile. And maybe I have some messages for you there, okay? But if this does resonate with you, as far as like feeling energies of guilt and dishonesty in some aspect of your life, as well as having blockages when it comes to being able to release things that you've experienced in your past, and feeling off balance when it comes to being able to, I feel like there's aspects of you that, well, it's the same thing, right? It's like all of us humans, we become accustomed, and then especially when it comes to connections that we build with others, it's sort of like a safety blanket, right? Like a little child holds on to it. It makes them feel the comfort of their familiarity, and so it can be so easy to hang on to connections that we've outgrown. And sometimes this can even be like familial ties is sort of what I'm getting. Only take that if it resonates though. But just needing to like stop wearing the mask is sort of what I'm getting when it comes to other people. Like, yeah, I'm strongly getting that. All right, so let's go ahead and get some oracle messages for what guidance you need to hear today, pile number 1. I heard no shame in your game, and I'm being guided to tell you, like, for whatever it is that you've experienced, oh, there goes my wrist again. Whatever it is that you've experienced that is bringing up these feelings within you, I feel like you're being really hard on yourself, and there's this need to, like, for me to tell you, like, that you're just a human being, and anything that you feel guilty or that you felt you've been dishonest in, and this may even be in just, like, what am I hearing? Lies by omission, like by not just being completely clear and honest about something. You've essentially, like, you've kept something hidden, right? And that something you feel guilty about, but like, to not shame yourself. So I feel like you're being really hard on yourself there. Let's stop. Anyways, let's get some messages for you. We have the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Yeah, I feel like there's a part of you that's just like not wanting to allow yourself to be happy. Like you feel like you don't deserve another chance is what I'm getting with this energy. I heard another chance. Like you don't deserve another chance. And no, that's actually not accurate. That's not true at all. What does pile number 1 need to? No, don't do that. 1 card. Thank you. And this one wanted to. We have card number 4 with happy family. I'm going to put it back in, but I felt it wanting to flip also. So card number 31 with door to value. This blockage, opening it up, and it regards going through the red door is what I heard. So in this case, the red door being the past heartache, right? The blockage is that you close the door. It's the wall of pain. So needing to go through that red door in order to, I'm guessing this will help you in moving your way through the pain, will make it more clear for you and make it more like anchored within you in what you need to do. And this doesn't have to be people. I felt it strongly being people. Now we'll get tarot right now in a little bit, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. And if it's people, you're gonna know. Like I've gone through so many cycles of having to release people in all aspects of my life. And I understand like fully how difficult a lot of these release in, and it just didn't have to be anything where it's just like, why you block, you know, it's just a matter of like pulling your feelers away. And slowly I'm seeing that Homer Simpson like sliding into the bushes slowly disappear in steps, in baby steps. Just kidding. That was horrible of me to like suggest for you to just like ghost. No, we're not doing that, right? I'm just gonna stop talking. What else does pile number 1 need to know? A new start is coming with the new moon. I like that energy because it was giving me like the Fool, right? Like the new beginnings that's coming through for you in your energy. So yeah, let me get the Ace of Wands is showing itself to you. All right. Guidance, messages for pile number 1. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. Yeah, it's giving me the same thing, like the baby steps, like it's amping up. It's time to take the steps. It's like a student. It's giving you 100% like a student, like needing to take steps. I feel like in regards to wronging your right, righting your wrongs. Righting your wrongs? Yeah, I don't know why I heard wronging your rights. that is the opposite of what I wanted to say. But it's a matter of understanding. Remember in the beginning I said, like, there's a part of you that feels like, no, you don't deserve something. I think I said that. So this is like having the understanding that you absolutely do, that you do have what it takes, is sort of what I'm getting. Like, look at him right here, like flipping his coin. Like, I do have the value to make my way. Look, not only the value, but there's an overflow over here. You have more than enough. You have more than enough what it takes to go off on this endeavor wherever he's traveling to, right? Wherever you are traveling to. And then right here, there's this overflow too of knowledge and things. Like, you feel like you don't trust yourself. You feel like you're not, you don't, but you do. It's just like you have the tools that you need with you. It's more than enough. Like, there's a part of you that feels like, no, I'm not prepared to, in this case, what did I hear? Right your wrongs when it comes to, I think it's a matter of like worth, because that's the whole vibe I was getting. And I think it's like you feel like you don't have enough to journey this journey. And it's like, no, you do. You have more than enough, actually. It's just your trust in yourself. You just have to get moving, you know? And in this aspect, the same thing. But in regards to facing that wall that I said, the red door, getting through the red door, you do have what it takes. And again, I'm getting the same vibe. It's like you just need to begin the steps to start to get through it. But you absolutely do have what it takes to cut through. And what's on the other side is a new start, is like a fresh start. It's like a balanced, I'm getting the energy balance on point. So I heard like a clearing of the slates. It's a fresh start. It's another chance. We have the Hanged Man energy and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a stall to prepare. What do I need? Gathering the strength. And then we have the Sun again. The Sun and frolicking in your hard work. I feel like you know that the potential, or there's a part of you that's like, it's this energy here that's throwing it off. There's some steps that need to be taken. So yes, it is like page energy, but it's just like the vibe is giving me, just begin to take those steps. Don't feel like I have to, because I feel like that's what you're doing. Like, there's a stall that you're creating within yourself, but I feel like it's I mean, everything's on purpose, right? So it's like a necessary stall that was necessary for you to have a different view of something. And within that, like I said, preparing yourself for the steps. But in the beginning, the original energy that I was getting right up was that something was amping up, steps were being taken. And so I feel like if you haven't already begun, I don't know what I said, that's what the guidance is strongly saying, right? Because there's the understanding in you. You have enough of an understanding of where you want to go with the Sun coming out twice. And there's a lot of energy backing that up within this whole reading, okay? So what else do I do? I just drew a complete blank. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, so I had a sip of my coffee and I was just like looking at the cards, and I was getting like the whole vibe of like, don't deny yourself. There's a strong guidance to not deny yourself this, whatever this is, whatever makes you feel like hopeful and like, ooh, I felt it in my gut, like, you know, like you're moving towards something that's very exciting, but it's mixed with that, like, oh, I might want to throw up at the same time. So it's things that are unsettling, things that are out of the comfort zone, absolutely, things that are just like filled with the mystery that's exciting but terrifying at the same time. But like the understanding, like I want to experience whatever excitement is beyond that feeling, right? Beyond the feeling of the unknown and just never knowing. If you open those doors, if you get past that red door, if you right your wrongs, it feels like there's a lot of things that need to be done. I don't know what this is about, and maybe that may be what, maybe because yeah, like I just felt like, oh, I need to take a deep breath because that's a lot of stuff that I'm about to have to do. That's what I felt in the beginning. There was this like amping up, and it may be like just an energy thing, like maybe the steps haven't been taken necessarily yet, but it's just like there's this amping up in you and this like preparedness. So yeah, just remember that what I had said. What did I say? To not deny yourself. I heard stop lying. Stop lying to you. Don't deny yourself what you know you want to experience. Yeah, like don't allow the overwhelmingness, I guess, sort of like all the steps that need to be taken in different aspects of your life. Like don't like make it a whole big thing. Just take it one baby step at a time, right? Understanding that you do have enough to get through it, like, and that it's still gonna be so worth it. Let me get you some animal cards because I was like doing that, right? I need to get more decks. Yeah. I like want new cards to be like, I don't know, I like having more. Ah, I dropped my headphones, hold on. Lol, I'm over here. I'm listening to music while doing this reading. It's gonna keep me in good vibes. And I dropped. Okay. Last messages for pile number 1, please. Bobcat, spirit life is a mystery. Remember, I was saying like there's that like feeling of like, oh, this is so like unknown. And card number 21, dove spirit, be peace. These are like such, to tame that is the guidance, because they're contrasting energies. Like this made my stomach feel like in a ball of anxiousness, like life being a mystery, like yeah, the unknown being really fucking scary, right? But then the dove spirit is the opposite. It's like, no, settle down, settle that feeling, like all is well. Don't work yourself up into a frenzy, because then you lock yourself into hangman mode, I feel. Where you're just like, nope, I'm checking out. Lock yourself upside down in a closet. Just kidding. This one wanted to come out. We have card 62 with turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I had just heard something. I don't remember what I was hearing, but something mentioned the turtle. Like, would you rather choose the rabbit or the turtle? And it's like, oh hell yeah, the turtle always. Slow and steady wins the race. That is exactly what I'm saying. There's like a level of like the anxiousness mixed with the uneasiness of like the unknown, right? With that mystery energy. But there being like a need to just take it one baby step at a time, like a turtle, right? Take it one step at a time. That's all you gotta do. Don't focus about where the end is. Just focus about the one thing you gotta be doing right now. Knowing, right, that it's leading to that. But yeah, that's what I got for you, pile number 1. I hope that these messages resonated. If they did, please let me know. Until we vibe again. Hi, pile number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose the Labradorite crystal as well as the card of intuition, then you're at the right place. So I want to say that the main impressions that I'm getting so far just off of this energy is really strongly giving me like really heavy doubt in your intuition right now. Like you're having such a difficult time navigating your way and understanding if it's your intuition or if it's your mind. It's sort of what I'm getting. And it's like a mind fuck kind of thing. And you don't know what's up. You don't know what's down. You don't know what's in front of you. It feels like a lot of cloudedness, okay? And it sort of feels like not only like within your intuition, but in like the experiences that you're having in association with what you're trying to trust your intuition on, if that makes sense. So it's like there's something that you're like looking at and feeling something about, feeling some way towards strongly, but it's not reflecting that in return. And so it just makes you think like, am I making this up? Is it just my mind, but my intuition is telling me this? So is it really not my intuition? And it's just like a hazy mess. So this feels very specific. So this is either going to resonate or it's not going to resonate with you. I do want to start off with the random deck. I've officially named it the random deck because it's the stuff from the previous readings. Okay, so we have heart. This is to main energy, like an energy check-in to see what's up going on within and around you, okay? We have heart healing, selfishness, and manipulation. Clarify over here. We have relationship patterns. Clarify selfishness. Love in the 3D. Releasing your most recent heartbreak. And clarify manipulation. Shame. Clarify again. Bullying. What? Clarify again. Familial expectations. Dun dun dun. Just kidding. I'm like, where is this all coming from? Because this doesn't feel like your energy. This feels like energy around you. And there we go. Here it is. Okay. There's a lot going on, actually. And I don't think... So this was intended... Yeah. No, this is a strong energy check-in is actually what this is turning out to be. So let me get started with the first. I always do it like in rows, right? I don't know. It just makes it the most organized way I can possibly be is working in rows. So heart healing and relationship patterns. I feel like that's strong focus for you. This feels like it's going well. This feels like it's well underway. You've been in this heart healing for a good chunk of time now, okay? I feel like you're doing a wonderful job. I feel like this is specifically in regards to all relationships. So you are healing wounds from your past. And how are you doing that? You're doing it from a place of your actions towards your current connections and relationships with other people, and how you are responding and making decisions in those relationships is healing. I feel like you're standing up for yourself is really what this feels like, okay? And it's doing wonderful things for you. The reason why I say that is I'm going to connect it to this at the end. But right here, a strong focus on love in the 3D. I feel like this is something that you are trying to manifest, but there is some aspects here that need a little bit of TLC, okay? So releasing your most recent heartbreak. I feel like this was a situation in which this person showed a lot of selfishness and it really hurt you, okay? Now, I feel like there's an aspect of this that we'll get into probably with the tarot. Wait, where's your tarot? It's right here. Okay. We'll get into that with the tarot right now in a bit. But I feel like there's a different perspective that's wanting to come through for you to help you release any pain that you're still carrying in regards to that, okay? Now, when it comes to this main energy over here, the manipulation, the shame, the bullying, and it all comes down to familial expectations. So this is like ingrained in your roots, in experiences, multiple, many, a plethora of experiences that you've had in your life with familial expectations. So wherever that came from in your own experience, in which you were manipulated, in which you were bullied, in which you were shamed for who you are. And that's still heavy in your energy, okay? I feel like you've done a lot of work when it comes to like, you've done a lot of work when it comes to healing things, when it comes to like intimate partners. And when it comes to friendships, I feel like you've done a lot of beautiful work, and it's been very painful. Now, when it comes to your family, I feel like I said, there's a plethora. There's so much there. There's so much, like, and not even beneath the surface. This is like volcanoing out of the fucking surface, okay? So I don't know if you're aware of that, but this is strongly affecting like your view of yourself, your confidence in yourself, your I feel like you do. I feel like you 1000% are aware, but I don't think, like, you're aware that it's there, but I don't think you're aware of how much it's heavily affecting or influencing you in your everyday life. Like, this still being there, okay? And it may be because you still, like, get aspects of it continuing to happen. Like, it's still currently happening, so how can you heal it if it's still currently happening? Like, there's more wound on top of the wound on top of the wound. It's like scratching at the scars before they can ever heal, and scratching at the scars and taking the scabs off again. And it's just like a fucking mess, right? That's fucking painful to have to continue, like, have a continuous open wound that's never allowed to heal. And I feel like, oof, that is ugly. Sorry, I just, no. Okay, let's get some oracle cards for you. All right, this was like a very long energy check-in, so this is like really, like, if you're resonating with these and anything that I said, if you're still listening, then this is just like a, you know, confirmation that these are your guidance messages. So number 2, guidance messages. We have Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. I feel like that is what you're doing, because remember, the main thing that I said was, like, I said you were standing up for yourself. Look, we have deceit and envy at the bottom. I feel like, oh yeah, like, for whatever reason, there's a lot of, like, triggering that people feel by you. By, like, your simple presence triggers people, and sometimes wow, that's why. Because of the way that you hold yourself, because you don't let yourself get manipulated anymore, because you don't allow things, and in some aspects because you call people out. And this doesn't even have to be about, like, you directly, like, saying, like, hey, you're doing this, you're this, like, just in the way that you deal with them, just in the way that you interact and handle yourself reflects to them, and they're able to see things that they don't fucking like about themselves in a lot of cases. And I feel like that's where that energy will come in some aspects, like your level of self-love and confidence, when you are strongly grounded in that alone also, I feel like, triggers people. But it's just, like, so ridiculous, right? Indecision. That's what I was feeling like in the beginning, and I forgot to say it. I feel like there's something in regards to some aspect of your life, and it may involve something like when it comes to your family, and decisions that you're making in regards to that, where you feel very stuck. And again, that might be connecting to where your intuition. Yeah, where your intuition feels like clouded. Look at all that fog. Like, it's unsure. Both paths look equally just as confusing as the other, right? There's an unknown to a specific decision, and I feel like it's also being clouded by this, like, this makes you have a lack of trust in yourself. I feel like you were trained out of yourself for so long when it comes to whatever expectations were there, that it sometimes triggers. I feel like there's something in your groundedness. It feels wobbly. No, I wasn't going to get another one of this. Why did I do that? I wasn't supposed to do that. But I did. I was supposed to get one from this. Silly. Alright, anyways, I just want to... Okay, we have a personal issue reaches resolution with full moon in Cancer. Again, this is with the family. The Cancer is all about the family, right? All about that, really, like, the home. I don't know why I couldn't find the word. So, and this feels like clarity that will come in for you, especially if there's a decision involved with something in regards to your family. But if it doesn't have to do, this may just be like the aspect that's contributing to the cloudedness of the situation, right? Or just in your intuition in general. Like if you're wondering why there's a lack of trust in your intuition, a lack of being able to like feel out that in between whatever else is like in your mind, there's a lot of that in the underline, and you being able to trust what's right for you. Because I feel like when you feel like something's right for you, these experiences kind of come up where, you know, where you feel like maybe your decisions won't be supported based off of, you know, experience that you've had. Yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. Anyways, let's get some tarot. Let's get some tarot specific guidance. I feel like, first of all, the main guidance that I'm strongly getting is about not reducing that shine. And I feel like you're not. I feel like you're not, but I feel like it's difficult sometimes. It's like when you are just yourself and you're going out and triggering people, which is never your intention, and it's just like still doing it, like you're still triggering people for simply existing. Like I had said, like it makes you in some cases want to just shy away. The strong guidance is to not shy away. My wrist. All right, let's see what we got. We have the 9 of Cups. That's gonna, then we have the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. We're going to talk about that. And what else with personal issue? We have this Knight or Page, I don't know what he is, of Pentacles. Okay. I want to get more cards on this indecision, this middle energy right here. Clarify. Both of these are lack, and then we have the non, like it's surrounding by... She just seems so extra. Look, in these 2 cards, it's like, oh, I don't have enough. I'm so like dissatisfied with something, right? There's a lack of fulfillment on some aspect. Necessity and fulfillment. There's a lack of necessity and there's a lack of fulfillment. And then we have this guy coming here and he's just like, well, I have it both. I have it all. I don't have a lack of anything. And he's just so like boisterous. Boisterous? Is that even? What is that? LOL. I had to Google it. LOL. It says a person of inner behavior, noisy, energetic, and cheerful, rowdy. Sorry, I just thought that word was so funny and very random. Okay, yeah, he's very boisterous. Okay. Anyways, where was I getting with that? I feel like this indecision that you're in of cloudiness, I feel like it's actually not that confusing if you trust your feelings on this. Like there's one route that is very strongly giving you this because maybe you've already like gone down that route and then you're back over here. I don't know why I got that, but like you ran and took a peek and then you're just like, this is what you experienced. Dissatisfaction and a lack of, right? What? What did I say? I don't remember what I said like 2 minutes ago, but yeah, I said a word with this one and I said a word with that one. Like you've already experienced that on this route. And then this other route is this experience, the potential for that, right? Because I feel like the answer is actually much clearer than you think. I don't know. I could be wrong. What? Let's clarify. Just one more clarifier, please. I'm going to be giving false guidance over here. 3 cards came out. We have the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, and the Empress. I'm going to shuffle and try again. Because the message that I was getting for that, you see, I'm even doubting my intuition on that. The message that I was getting is that you were soon going, like, you may not see it, but that you're soon going to have information or some sort of communication come your way that's going to make it very easy for you to be able to make a decision from there. But we'll see. Clarify this message for pile number 2. Your pile is very complex. I will just say that. There's a lot going on with you. We have the Moon. Now there's more hidden energy. Yeah. It's mysterious. And if it's so mysterious in all aspects, there's so much cards coming out that are showing like the same type of like unknowingness. Is that a word? I don't know. Whatever. The mystery in it all. It's very hidden. It's very clouded. It's shrouded for whatever reason. What is the guidance specifically in regards to all of this unknown when it comes to pile number 2? There's a transformation that's needing to happen. And then there will be movement. Yeah, I feel like it's an intentional thing. I hate when that happens. It's literally been coming out so much. It's just like this intentional time delay that's mysteriously happening and putting everybody in like this. I don't know what's going on astrologically. Maybe there's something connected to that. But there's this like, I don't know, like a time delay in clarity, a time delay in communication, a time delay in changes, but there's something changing nonetheless. It's in the process of decay is sort of what I'm getting. We have the Tower and then we have the High Priestess when it comes to the intuition. Wow. I was going to say you're just going to have to trust your intuition on this one. Even though your intuition is very heavily shrouded right now. It's on purpose. I just keep on getting that vibe, but I'm not getting any specifics, okay? So I will just have to leave it at that. Like this is something that's on your own personal journey. Like there's nothing for me to offer you if I'm not seeing anything to offer you in that aspect, okay? It really just comes down to you being able to trust yourself. Let me read the message, because I didn't even read the message to the first pile either. Listen to the whispers of your heart, and I feel strongly needed to, you know, whispers. It's very subtle. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. And I feel like, yes, this has been difficult. Yes, I feel like you've probably been using the tools, but as far as like what I have to offer you as a separate person offering you this tool, like that's as far as I can go, okay? It's making you aware that it is an on purpose thing, but that at the end of the day, it is something for you to be able to feel your way through. Now, when it comes to the other messages, there is a strong guidance in some aspect of yourself to not shroud yourself, to not dim yourself in any aspects of something that you're pursuing towards your own personal fulfillment, to not stop that. That is something you are being strongly remembered. They said that you were doing a lot, you were putting in a lot of work into that, and to not stop that. That is something that's very admirable is what I'm getting in you, okay? Is that you don't stop, you continue to like push through with this fire that just like it's a never-ending fire that you hold within you. And that's a beautiful thing, okay? So don't let all this shroudedness allow you to forget that about yourself, is sort of what I'm getting, okay? Let me get you some animal cards. And I'm sorry for taking you into all of that crazy. It's part of the journey is what I'm getting with this guy. They're smiling like, hey, just make the best of it. It's part of the journey, including this confusion. He's like, it's part of the journey. There's something to be gained from this. What a silly man. What do you know? Just kidding. Me all mad. Because then I thought, like, this kind of resonates with me, actually. All right, let's get some animal messages for pile number 2, please. Oh, card number 68, Wombat Spirit, be at home. Remember I said home? I love Wombat Spirit. Thank you for showing yourself, sir. We have pigs. This is me. Card 47 with Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Take that how it resonates for you, okay? And then we have card 22, Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. I love that this came out because literally that's what the whole reading has been about, right? Is there's this like the shroudedness of illusion that's there, which is making things that you look at and feel out, and then all of a sudden it's reflecting something different. There's like some warping going on with how you're able to like trust yourself and see aspects of the world around you right now, okay? But remember to trust yourself first and foremost and always. I hope these messages resonated, pile number 2. If they did, please let me know. I always appreciate your comments. And so we vibe again. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this Prasiolite as well as the card of Goddess, then you're at the right place. So actually, right away, what I had never noticed in this card, which I've gotten it so many times, and it's a beautiful card. But I had never noticed that there was 2 unicorns down here, like crossing their little horns. And I thought that that was really cute. It gave me a sense of like this tenderness in the energy, and a part of me got this aspect of like feeling this tenderness towards somebody else. So only take that if it resonates, but that's the vibe that I was getting, okay? Let me go ahead and shuffle. I want to get a few cards from this random deck just to see what the main energies. It's going to be sort of an energy check for you, okay? So pile number 3, nope, it's way too many. Main energies, pile number 3. One more. We had two that fell out. I'm going to take these as the clarifiers. That's a lot of messages. And there's a lot of blue. Okay, so rising above the daggers. That means any like betrayals that you've been experiencing or have experienced in the past. We have acknowledging your truth. We have embracing the flow. Mastered the art of disconnecting. Anger. Standing in your power. So these are very... That's very grounded. I couldn't find the word, sorry. Clarify the anger though. Clarify the anger. No. It's way too many. Gossip. Clarify gossip. Trusting yourself. Okay, that is interesting. Like these energy fields completely different than the other two piles. So hold on, let me pause really quick. Okay, so rising above the daggers and master the art of disconnecting. I feel like there's been a sense of a betrayal, like a string of betrayals in which, or maybe it doesn't even have to be betrayals, just like daggery energy. This could be just like, just off sharp energy that you feel being directed your way, and being able to disconnect from that and almost like not allow that to affect you in your decision making is sort of what I'm getting. When it comes to the acknowledging your truth, anger, gossip, trusting yourself, I feel like there's a part of you that's, I don't want to say angry, but I feel like there's a part of you that feels such a sense of frustration with almost needing to defend yourself on something, or even if that's not something that you're necessarily having to do, it's just like there's this recurring sense of, and I'm going to use the word frustration again, a recurring sense of frustration with like outside influence when it comes to you, when it comes to decisions that you make within your own personal life is sort of what I'm getting, and feeling frustrated with the pressure of what that may potentially look like. Something like that. I don't know what that means. It's made it difficult is what I'm getting, to be able to stand in your power. But I feel like that's something that you're acknowledging. You're acknowledging that this has kept you from being able to trust yourself. This has kept you from being able to embrace the flow of what your life's journey is meant to be. And now this goddess over here is sort of giving me like a warrior, a warrioress, if you will. Like having to have taken the steps and gather the tools is sort of what I'm getting, in order to be able to do that, to trust yourself, to move in your own direction, to know what your path is. Okay, so if that resonates with you, and I know that was a little choppy, that was a choppy ass energy check-in. But it feels like there's a lot of strength in this. I feel like there's some aspect of you that you're just like embracing, like full on. And it feels, like I said, very grounded. We have White Witch, be the light. This is also about having clarity and a sense of strong direction in where you're headed. What else for pile number 3? We have card 37 with the 3rd chakra. That's the solar plexus. else for pile number 3? That was quick. Balance, spirituality, and practicality with the full moon in Pisces. This is also giving me very feminine energy right here. There's a sense of flow. I heard traction that you're gaining in that flow. I don't know what that means, but it sounds real cute. There's some traction that you're gaining in that flow. I feel like in some aspects, this is an energetic thing. Like this hasn't necessarily led towards any specific actions, but there's like an amplifying energy of strength that you are building within yourself, that you are acknowledging within yourself, that you are formulating a strong sense of path, clear pathway for yourself in some aspects of your life. That's like a silent strength. Like it feels like you're keeping this to yourself, like you're building on your confidence in this. I heard decision, but it doesn't have to be a specific decision, but you're building a confidence on something and really gaining attraction on that, and not allowing anybody to stand in that way. Look, we have the sun. We had the sun twice in pile number 1, in case that might resonate with you, okay? In case that was something you were drawn to. But the light, again, be the light. And then there's the sun that is literally embracing that. Embracing that clarity is sort of what I'm getting. And it's a matter of like, look, then we have the sun with the solar plexus. So it's just like holding on to that. Because I think that you feel it, but it's just a matter of like, how do I hold on to it is sort of what I heard. And then we get the 4 of Pentacles, which is literally a card about holding on to, right? How do I hold on to this? How do I hold on to this trust in myself? Okay, so let's get some guidance for that. How does pile number 3 hold on to that confidence and trust? The guidance is already there. I just started thinking like maybe I should get the card for this first and then get the guidance on that, and then nothing was coming out, and then I just started reading them and I was just like, oh my god, like the answer is already there. Okay, so the guidance for you in regards to being able to hold on to that is to embrace the flow. And you know if something feels in flow because it doesn't feel like you're resisting it so much. Like it just feels like something that you're being like pulled to, right? It's like the water's pulling you in that direction. Like if you're in the river and the water's moving this way, like you just feel the pull that's there. So you can resist it by holding on to something, and then you're still going to feel the pull or the release, right? And allowing yourself to move with the water instead, which is more beneficial for you, right? Okay, so then we have the standing in your power is also. So this specifically I'm getting in regards to all aspects. So standing in your power when it comes to speaking up yourself, speaking your truths out loud is what I'm getting. Or also when it comes to like making decisions, when it comes to, okay, I've decided this, now I communicate it, I guess, to those around you or whatever. To not allow what they have to say deter your decisions, okay? Being able to say like, while I may hear you out and understand your perspective on this, with all due respect, you may have to pull one of those. I've had to pull that quite recently a few times, like the with all due respect, I will hear you out. I respect what you have to say, but my decision is my decision. Can you respect that? The end. That's standing in your power. Okay, and then we have balance, spirituality, and practicality with the full moon in Pisces. And that's another way to be able to, like, I feel like there's a strong sense of, remember I kept on saying a strong sense of groundedness in your energy. So I feel like you have the practicality aspect down, but there's a need to like balance your spiritual aspects, which would be connect with the goddess energy, right? Like the feminine energy of yourself. So that being whatever spirituality is to you, I'll just say that because I ain't here to preach to nobody, but whatever spirituality means to you, to connect with that aspect of yourself, okay? Connect with the softer sides of yourself and being able to embrace that into who you are, into how you navigate your way, okay? So now let me see if there's any other messages. We have the card of Judgment. Why is Judgment here? I feel like because it's time. There's something that is changing, or that needs to change, and then I got like, because it's time. And then the song that I'm listening to is literally saying time over and over again. We're talking about something else, but that's specifically once I got quiet, that's what I heard in my head is time. We have the Four of Swords. Sorry, I got so distracted. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, sorry. So I got distracted with a song because I said something about time. It's about time for something to change, and then I got quiet and I realized that the song that was playing is something about turning back time, but then I felt guided to like listen to it a little bit. And it's talking about wishing that they could turn back time in regards to something. So that may be something that's coming through for you. And the reason that I say that is because remember in the beginning, like I had said something like this is the first time that I've noticed wishing you could go back to heal something. Something about that. Please only take that if that resonates, because it feels like it's coming like a different turn in the reading or a different message. But then we have the two little birds down here also connecting. Why did I... Okay, yeah. So the two... Wishing that you could turn back time to make something right. To heal something is strongly on... Or just for whatever reason coming through. Let me get some guidance on that. What is the guidance for those who resonate with that message? We have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the Star. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, it's something that brings up a lot of sadness, and it's something that has held you back for a bit, actually. It's something that may have caused you to hold back from standing in your power for such a long time. Is something that you experienced that, was, I heard, traumatizing. But yeah, because this sort of gives me like their forest just burned down, right? Now they're having to flee, and their homes and everything that they knew is like no longer there available for them. And look, this dragon over here, it even looks like wounded. This one too. So yeah, like wounds that you've experienced that have caused you to flee, and that in some aspects has caused you to not be able to stand in your power, to sort of like hold it back and being able to anything, and being able to take any sort of movement towards what you want. The Star here, towards what you want. I'm strongly getting the guidance, or not the guidance, but like in respect to the message that I had said about wishing that you could turn back time to change something, to understand that's not necessary. That it's not necessary to put yourself in that energy simply because there's another opportunity. There's always another opportunity, and whether that be in regards to what specifically you were thinking about, I feel like it's something that's very like tender to you. I heard tender embrace. And then I heard the Elvis song, like Love Me Tender. What is this about? What is going on here? Goddess of the Moon. Wanting to embrace, tender embrace again. All tied up again. They're both literally giving me the same thing, because look at how the both dragons are like reaching up. Both dragons, I mean the girl and the dragon. Both reaching up. Wanting to hold something in their tender embrace, but feeling restricted and not being able to. The same energy repeated. Why is this energy going off into a tangent? Man holding a coin, what else? Oh, maybe this is what you're not been able to trust yourself about. I just heard acknowledging the truth, trusting yourself. Like maybe this has been something that you've been holding back from. Look, we have confidence again. Like this, holding on to that. There's something that you want to move toward, that you want to experience, that you want to create. There's the energy of balance with the Pisces. Didn't we have Pisces energy? Yeah. I feel like there's an aspect that's to come, that's to be experienced still, as things are coming into balance is sort of what I'm getting. Let me get any last messages that want to come through. There's that grounded energy. Man holding a coin is like the King of Pentacles. I feel a lot of like, I don't know. There's a lot of words that are coming out, but none of them, like, I'm not able to. We have the Seven of Swords. Oh my gosh. What is happening? We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups. There's something that you've been kept from for too long already. And remember, I had said with the Judgment that it's time for these things to change, because it's shifting from a place of like heartache and the aspect of being heavy in the wounded energy and heavily focused on that. And I feel like whatever, something shifted in your life that made it like switched it. It's like your knob. Ew. That's an ugly word. Just kidding. It's like you were turned on to this energy of embracing the daggers, of being stuck in the daggers, of allowing this energy to keep you stuck, to keep you restricted, to keep you from trusting yourself. And I feel like those wounds and all of that really for a long time held you, but I feel like you are either in the process of mastering your way through disconnecting from anything that is from the past, that no longer belongs to you, that's no longer your burden to carry, that's no longer your pain to hold on to, that just belongs to somebody else or others with around you, or that you've held long enough and it's time to release. And through that, your switch turned into wanting and longing and grasping to hold on to something more, to wanting something more than just being stuck in that energy, and then seeing the way there, and starting with yourself, right? Seeing that the way there starts with yourself, starts with acknowledging what it is that you want, starts with trusting that you know what's best for you, then embracing whatever steps you feel that you need to take in order to balance yourself out and get there, okay? Standing in your power, like I said, this may be in some aspects making specific decisions or speaking certain truths out loud that will put you in a place of power, of having the ability to navigate your way through whatever changes these are, right? But I feel like it's something like it's turning the knob into hopeful towards being able to experience fulfillment, to be able to experience like happiness and celebratory energy and just fun and exciting things versus feeling like the lack of all of that in your life, okay? Yeah, stay grounded in that. I feel like you are right now, like in current energy, like you're really grounded in knowing that, but there is a lot of circumstance. I was gonna say circumstantial evidence. Me with all my true crime nonsense. But there's a lot of outside circumstance is sort of what I'm getting that can be barrier. But I feel like remembering that within yourself is like the main thing, and I feel like that's what you just need to keep anchored in. Remember, how do you hold on to that? By embracing anything that does not feel like resistance, okay? Like, that's funny because I was gonna start mentioning the river again. Like, if you feel like you're pulling, like holding on and not allowing, and you feel the water pulling in an opposite direction and you are resisting that, remember that vibe, right? And then look, we have the moth spirit with surrender. It's giving me the same thing. Just let go. Like, don't hold on to anything that feels like you're pulled in an opposite direction, okay? Needing to let that go. And in some cases, this isn't letting go. This is just not holding back anymore, okay? And then we have the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. So card number 37. I feel like this is about strength. This is about embracing the strength. Embracing the strength within you. And I feel like that's what all of this is, right? Then we have card 15 with cow spirit. The miracles are endless. That's going to align with trust. And then we have card 36, koi fish spirit. There is always enough. I feel like that's where I said it's coming from the lack mentality of being stuck on that and then switching it. And then yeah, you're like really embracing that aspect of trust. When it all comes down to it, this whole reading was really about trust in yourself, okay? Because that's what that feminine energy is at the end of the day. It's being able to like trust the feelings. Trust the feelings, even though it's just a feeling and there's nothing logically to back it up. And there's probably everything logically to say otherwise. But then there's that trust within yourself that what you feel is accurate, okay? Acknowledging your own truth and really holding on to that. But yeah, that's what I got for you. I feel like I just repeated myself a lot of times, and if I did, I apologize. But if you're still with me and these messages resonated, I'm glad that they did. And yeah, let me know. Until we vibe again.